He's fine. He's scraped his knee up pretty good, banged it a little bit.
The right knee.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be an issue for him.
Would he have played if stakes were?
Yeah, of course, sure. Yeah, it's pretty scraped up. It's a great catch, and he had to go all out for it. And body control at that point is probably not the most important thing for him. Just getting the ball in his glove, and he banged a little bit, came down hard on it, scraped it up, but he's fine.
Is that kind of your precaution to take him out? He kind of told you?
No, he was due to hit second in the inning. It was sore coming off the field. That's why it took him so long to get off. So we just didn't want to take any chances. Get him in here and get some ice on it and get him cleaned up.
How was Tanner?
Tanner was good. He was good. Ran into some trouble in the seventh. And, we had two guys on there, and I didn't want to have things go haywire for him, so we decided to go to the bullpen. But he pitched good.
We've talked about how important, Matt, it is to have your ball club playing the way it is overall going into this portion of the year.
Yeah.
For Adam, given how kind of streaky a hitter he can tend to be, how important is this for him to have the type of September that he's had?
Well, the last two times he's seen Bartolo, he's hit a homer. So he's been seeing him good. And we got in a situation where we had a couple of guys on and he delivered. He doesn't panic. He understands the situation, doesn't get too big and too violent in those situations. He just put a nice swing on the baseball. It's not going to happen like that all the time where he hits a homer, but like we've talked about, I don't know how many times this year, if he stays in the middle of the field, those things happen for him. So he hit a ball, by the third baseman tonight, staying on it, and he got one up and kind of out over that he hit for the homer. So the measure for Adam is the ball back through the middle and the ball to left center. If he's doing that, then he's right on.
He has a tendency, like what was said, to be streaky. It looks like he's had less valleys this year. Is that really just the key, though, that he's been able to hit the ball up the middle when he's not necessarily driving out of the ballpark?
Well, it's streaky with regard to homers is probably everybody. With the exception of some great years by guys, those homers don't come very often, but when they do, they come in bunches. And that's the same with Adam. But Desi's the same way. All hitters really are the same way. So you're going to hit 25 or 26 with 30 balls out of the ballpark. What do you do in between? That's the key for him. So if he can continue to produce RBIs for us, then he doesn't have those valleys, which is good. So he's been like that all year.
Jumping back to Span, I guess. Once you see him hit the wall, did you think he was fine? And is this kind of this? Do you kind of hold your breath this time of the year? Do you not want anyone?
Well, everybody is playing hard, and he's not going to shy away just because it's this time of year. I wasn't concerned with him hitting the wall. The way he went down was concerning, but they're going to play. You can't play any differently. You have to go get it, and you have to dive, and have to go in and break up two, and all of those things. So like the way we've been playing all year, we can't change now. But when he starts limping, of course, there's some tense moments in the dugout for sure.
Going back to Tanner, he's been remarkably consistent over the past 2-3 months. What's impressed you most, not just tonight necessarily, but over the past couple
Well, I think for him, it's just the fact that he can throw multiple pitches for strikes. So if he gets in an issue out there or has lost command of one of his pitches, he can go to another. And for him, that's key. He doesn't blow the radar gun up by any stretch, but he makes pitches and works both sides of the plate. And he's got 4 pitches to work with. So if his fastball's missing, he can use his changeup, his slider, and his curveball. And he's been able to do that. That's the art of pitching. So, been very consistent with that.
You guys obviously have tough decisions about a week from now you're going to have to make, including picking 4 out of 5 guys out of rotation. What does it say to you, the fact that all 5 of those guys, not just what they've done all year, but the fact that they're all 5 finishing strong? What does that tell you about them?
Well, it says that they work hard and that they've been resilient all year, first and foremost, because you get to this time of year, you got guys pushing 200 innings, you've got Tanner going to places he's never been before. It's important for them to stay strong and do their work in between starts. They all do that. And it's important for them to compete. When they go out there, they compete. And Yeah, it makes for tough decisions, but those are good tough decisions. And you would not want that decision made for you this time of year. You want to be able to say, boy, this is a hard one. And then, that's a good thing for us. They're all pitching really well.
You think they'll understand? Whoever
Of course.
ends up,
Of course they will. Of course they'll understand. And at this point in the year, not everybody will like it, but everybody will understand. We are all on the same end of the rope. And everybody must do their part for us to get to where we want to get to.